I'm Anastasia Chatzka, a fashion designer with over 20 years of experience and a sewing educator. And I'm really excited you're here to share another sewing adventure with me today. Welcome to Sew Anastasia, and today we are going to do a little pattern drafting. I'm going to show you how to create a facing for any pattern that you have. You might even be wondering, what is a facing and why do I need to know this? Well, a facing is a pattern piece and it's a way to finish off the edge of a garment. So on this dress right here, you'll notice this curved pattern piece inside of the garment and it's finishing off the neckline. It gives the neckline a nice clean edge. You can put a facing on an armhole, you can put it on a hem. You can really put a facing anywhere on a garment to finish the edge. If you're not already a subscriber to Sew Anastasia, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when all the new videos come out. Also, I'm now teaching virtual sewing lessons and sewing lessons in person. So sign up for a new class at sewanastasia.com. Today I'm going to be using this bodice pattern here to show you how to create an armhole facing and a neckline facing. So grab any pattern piece that you have and let's create a facing for the neck and the arm, or whatever part you want to put a facing on. The first thing you want to do is grab a piece of scrap paper. Now that you have your scrap piece of paper, let's put our pattern on top of it. I have my pattern piece on top and I want to make sure that I weight it so it doesn't move. Now we're going to trace out the side seam at least 2 inches below the armhole. We are going to trace out the armhole. We are going to trace out the shoulder. We're also going to trace out the neckline and a few inches below the neckline. A facing is generally 1.5 to 2 inches wide, so that's why I want to make sure that I'm measuring down at least a few inches below from where I need a facing. Now that we have it traced out, we can go ahead and remove our pattern piece. Also, I'm using a hot pink marker so that way it's easy for you to see. Normally, I would never use a marker because marker can transfer onto your fabric, so make sure you're using a pencil. The next thing you're going to want to do is grab your 2-inch ruler so we can create the pattern pieces. My pattern already has seam allowance included, so when I draw out my facing, I don't need to worry about adding seam allowance to it. If your pattern does not have seam allowance added to it, make sure you're adding the proper seam allowance to your pattern so you can sew it together. I'm going to make my facings 1.5 wide. So our facing patterns are always on the inside of our pattern because it's an extra piece on top to finish the edge that gets turned to the inside of the garment. So I'm going to line up my ruler with 1.5 inches. This is a nice easy one because we have a straight neckline, and just draw down. So notice that this point would keep going forever, but we don't need it to. So we just need it 2 inches from center front here, and I'm gonna draw a line. And this here would be our front facing for the neckline of our garment. So this here is going to be center front on fold, and this is also going to be our grain line because it's center front. Our neckline facing is finished. That was so easy for a V shape. If you have a curved shape, you would just follow your curved shape. If you've got a real wacky organic shape, you would just follow all those curves and shapes to create a facing. Now let's move on to something a little bit more difficult, but not too difficult. I know you can handle it. Let's create a facing for the armhole. Now go ahead and line up 1.5 inches with your curved armhole here. And you're just going to keep drawing until it moves. And then you're gonna move your ruler and just keep going. And if you just keep following this and dragging your pencil along the 1.5 inches on the edge of the ruler, you're magically going to have the exact same curved shape for your facing. And this here is your armhole. So this is for the front of our bodice. You would have to do the same thing for the back of the bodice as well. Our facing pieces are finished and all the seam allowance is already included, so we are ready to cut them out and lay them on top of our pattern and see how they turned out. So you can see we have our facing pieces that are going to match up on our pattern. So let's go ahead and lay these on just to double check and make sure they turned out the same shape. Center front is looking great, and our armhole here is looking great as well. So you can see how when we cut these out of fabric, these are going to match up and sew on and finish that edge beautifully. So let's take a look at what a finished facing looks like on a garment. This dress is inside out, and you can see the facing piece on the inside of the garment. I have a nice clean edge with the serge, and if I flip it back, you can see I've interfaced my facing, and I also have my seam allowance there. And when it folds down, it has a nice clean edge. So this is the dress turned right side out, and you can see the nice clean edge around the neckline. And on the center back, you can see the facing with the tag on it. Facings are a great way to finish a neckline if you don't have a lining or you don't want to use bias binding or bias facing. I mean, there are so many different ways to finish a neckline in a raw edge, but a facing is such a great way to give it a little extra durability and create a nice finished edge. They're also great if you have any points or V shapes because you don't have to worry about any puckering when we turn it to the inside. It lays nice and flat. Thanks so much for watching Sew Anastasia today. If you have any questions on creating facings, leave them down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, give it some applause, and leave a comment down below and let me know what you thought about facings and where would you put a facing on your garment. I would also love to see your projects, so make sure you tag me in them at Sew Anastasia or DM me photos so that way I can share them with everyone else and keep everyone inspired in sewing and creative. And if you don't follow me on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or any of those other fabulous social media websites, make sure you follow me so that way we can stay connected and creative together. Also, don't forget I'm teaching sewing classes in Chicago in person and virtually, so make sure you sign up for a class at sewanastasia.com. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!